Hello everyone, and welcome to Throne of Dice. I'm still Viper, and this is Dark Souls 3. I will decide to do a little playthrough for you guys, but first of all, I'm going to shut up so you all can see the intro.
Yes, indeed. It is called Lothric, where the transitory lands of the Lords of Cinder converge. In venturing north, the pilgrims discover the truth of the old words. The fire fades, and the lords go without thrones. When the link of fire is threatened, the bell tolls, unearthing the old lords of Cinder from their graves. Aldrich, saint of the deep, Farron's undead legion, the Abyss Watchers. And the reclusive lord of the profaned capital. Yon the giant. Only in truth, the lords will abandon their thrones. And the unkindled will rise. Nameless, accursed undead, unfit even to be cinder. And so it is that ash seeketh embers.
That's such a great intro. Now we get to put our little character together. I'm going to skip over that though, so you guys don't have to actually watch me fiddle with the settings to get what I'm looking for. And there's our completed work, our Herald Gabriel. I took from a burial gift the life ring because of the starting burial gifts. It's the only one that is not consumable, and for me, just the little bit extra health is nice. But also, I don't like the idea of a consumable berry gift because it's gone. Or I'd either not use it, or I would use it immediately. Here we are in the Cemetery of Ash, where Gabriel wakes up from his cold sleep, as it were. It's nice they buried me in my gear. I appreciate that. Starting weapon is a spear. I have the kite shield, which protects against 100% of physical damage, but I will go into all the stats in the next video. We also have a little talisman to cast our miracles with. Our armor is the Herald's armor set, given to us by the Way of the White. As far as fashion, it looks good enough, but we will definitely be changing up sporadically as we go through the game. Lock onto the first enemy. We'll tip to lock on the first enemy. Just poke them full of holes and keep moving. Picked up a Fading Soul. Souls you pick up like that are consumables. They give you like a little burst of extra souls to spend your currency, basically. Soul of a Deserted Corpse. A bigger version than the Fading Soul, basically. The directions on the D-pad switch out what you have equipped. He got the jump on me, I'll admit it. I kind of forgot he was there. From this man up against the basin, we get the Ashen Estus Flask. From what I assume, that's an homage to the first game, where you pick up from the guard who falls through. The Ashen Estus Flask restores your FP, whereas the regular Estus Flask restores your HP. FP is basically the casting. It's the meter for your spells, your abilities, your specials, what have you. So, the bell you see in the intro wakes us up, but they're here too, so we just gotta move through them. Unless I'm really off base, they're all undead as well. But from how they look, I'm pretty sure I'm right. He's kind of a trap in the fact that the other enemy is the one that aggroes off to you. I was convinced there was an enemy there. I don't remember why. It was just stuck in my head. Double hands. If you dual hand a weapon, it will do more damage. It kind of, I guess, temporarily inflates your strength when you two-hand it, because if it's something you can't raise with, like, use effectively with one hand and you two-hand it, you might potentially develop a message to turn back, which we're going to, because there's Crystal Lizard down there, and I don't really go after the Crystal Lizard until I have the blacksmith unlocked. For me, I don't see the point. Let's take a nice second to enjoy these views, because Dark Souls has some really good views. Lothar Castle behind us. Our first bonfire. When you rest at it, you get the rest emote. You collect them sporadically through the game, either by talking to other characters or mostly by talking to other characters. I tried to parry here. It wasn't a good idea. I'm not great with parries, I'll admit it. Showing again the you two-handed weapon, it does do more damage. But you don't, when you block with a weapon two-handed, you take more damage. Someone running up behind. I'm still kind of getting used to the range of the spear. First time we've successfully cast a miracle in game. First time I've successfully cast a miracle in game. That's me deciding if I want to go after these guys the hard way or the easy way. I picked the hard way, of course. Why wouldn't I? I knew I could have kicked his shield out of the way. I don't know why I couldn't think of it then, though. I just keep... then I just tried to parry for whatever reason. I don't know what happened there, guys. I was dead set on doing it this way. Picked up 5 fire bombs because the second stage of the boss is weak to fire. The game doesn't tell you that, but you get the hint from the bombs. Like, that is your one hint. Dark Souls doesn't really hold your hand. It's one of the things I like about it so much. I prefer when a game does not hold your hand. I like making mistakes. Developer message telling us how to jump, which lets us find our first Titanite shard. Titanite is material that lets you upgrade your weapons. Titanite shards are fragments of the legendary slabs. Titanite is etched into weapons to reinforce. The shards will get your weapon up to +3. I love plunging attacks. They do a lot of damage. They look really cool. It's a good little package. After I kill him, I'm convinced there's a guy in this corner. I don't remember why. But I cut ahead a couple seconds because I wanted to go after this guy, respawn, because I ran back to the bonfire. Because I really wanted this drop. Declare its sacred chime. We can't use it yet, because it has a requirement of 14 faith. But once we level, we can. And its special ability is the gentle prayer, which, as long as we have it equipped, we can heal up over time, which is super handy. There he is. I take a quick second to look at our spell, our miracle. Miracle imparted as a charity to those of little faith, a show of tolerance in the way of white. Basically, they gave out something to keep yourself safe. I really enjoy him as a first boss. He visually stands out. All the bosses do, but especially him, and with the black tendrils coming out of his back to the sword in his chest. Quickly I throw on fire bombs, remembering that he is weak to them. I run over here real quick just to kind of show that the door is locked and you have to beat him to progress. That is the giant casket from the opening scene. Some people's theory is that Aldrich was in there. I don't know if I like that. I think I do. Some people say that this man was in it. I don't know if I like that so much, though. Like, I like the idea that he's just right there, waiting for us as we pull the sword out of his chest. But we'll go more into his history a little later. When you pull the sword out, you get a few free shots before he actually gets up. He is very quick, he swings very fast, and he hits hard. all things a good Dark Soul boss should be. I like his armor though. I love the aesthetic to him. My timing on the rolls was not stellar at first, and in a little bit, you're gonna see where I made my fatal mistake in this fight, and I'll definitely point it out. Right there. That's not where I made a mistake. That's just how good that hitbox was. That he did not make contact. He did not make contact with me and actually do damage despite how close that thing was. The hitboxes can be a little screwy with some other stuff, but that one particular. And here we go. That's where I made the fatal mistake. I don't know why. I just had it in my head that I needed to keep using that heal miracle. And so I speed it up because you're going to see my downfall start. I'm going to let the fight play out so you can see it, but I have it in my head that I just shouldn't use my Estus Flask. I should just keep trying that heal aid. It doesn't work out for me. I at least used the time to learn, so at least some good came out of it. See? I keep trying. I don't know. That's 3. That's 4. Almost got him to half health. And there you go. Again, even his second phase, while completely different in the fact that he now has the giant snake glowing red eyes monster coming out of his upper half. You can't say that's not memorable. Like, what an intro to a game. And boy, does he have some reach on that thing. There we go. Finally, I get put out of my misery. But all the more prepared for round 2. I just fast forward to getting back there. I mean, I know it's only a few seconds, but still. But I gotta come back for that just wonderful falling attack. You see now that he's actually been activated more or less. There's a fog that he cannot traverse that fog. You can, but just you. This time he is already up. He is already ready, so you don't get those free shots. But I am much more prepared than I was the first time, and I don't make the same mistake I did. I do a much better job of baiting him for that long diving jump attack, which gives you a bunch of free hits. Roll too soon, though. Grab the souls. Still rolled a little too soon. But at least we're not trying the heal aid. He really does have a lot of versatile moveset with the jump, his different spins, and even that grab. That downward slam. That'll get you. Should be about enough. There you go. Maybe it's one more. Oh, there. And then Udex Gundyr transforms to a second form. Also, what a great name. Udex Gundyr. And at this point, I start using the fire bombs. Much better damage. If you do notice that I can now, the target reticle will go either between his bottom half or top half. His bottom half is not weak to the fire. So if you do throw the bomb at him, as far as I know, you don't get extra damage. Out of Estus flasks, it's crunch time. All part of my plan. Just luring him into a false state of security. A really false sense of security. If you're wondering why I'm not throwing the bomb, it's because I'm pretty sure the bomb won't kill him in one, and I want to do just a little bit more damage before I do it. Saying that, the fact that I can block those hits is because my shield has 100% physical damage, or physical resistance, which lets me actually not take damage when I block. And a firebomb to put it away. And immediately using the heal aid. I knew I was going to get healed back up, but I just, you know what, I didn't want to risk it. Ember is restored, we gain our humanity back, look a little bit more flesh colored, a little bit fiery. Coiled sword. Sword missing from the shrine bonfire cannot be equipped as a weapon. The sword is only bequeathed to the chosen ash as well of the ash as a scabbard. That's a pretty poor lot in life to just end up being someone's scabbard. But that is it for the first episode. I'm going to light the bonfire real quick. And thank you all for joining me for the first episode. I will see you all next time.